Smackdown has a bloody new opening to it. It looks really good. The new symbol looks good, all for the USA Network. And we get a lot of things that go on for Bad Blood now. Enough of the period power, though. Let's just bloody well get at her. On today's show, Cody and Solo have an amazing match in a cage match. Andrade gets a title shot at LA Knight. KO and Randy Orton have a beat up A-Town down again with a jobber involved in some way. But today, first off, we're going to start off with Roman Reigns finally speaking after coming back. It's the first time he spoke during this entire time. He has come back, right? He has been off. He's come on and off, back and forth. And it's the first time he's really talked. And he made a few statements there that kind of, I guess, ticked off a certain individual, blonde-haired one, named Cody. Roman comes out, and he has a little fun and games with Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is in the ring when Roman comes out. Now, they mentioned this earlier tonight because there's some stuff that happened earlier tonight that Nick Aldis wanted to get dealt with. Nick Aldis said, we're going to hear from Roman Reigns tonight, hence going in the ring. Roman gets in the ring. Roman does this, typically. Aldis says hi. All this stuff. Tries to interview him. Roman just goes, hands out there. Give me this stuff. Aldis hands him a contract. Roman takes the contract, looks at it briefly, then says, he gets the microphone, and he proclaims himself still, whether or not you like it or not, I am the tribal chief. This is my ring. This is my WWE. And he basically just went off, thinking that just, nobody is the tribal chief but him. There's only one tribal chief in this place, and that is Roman Reigns. No matter what Solo says or anybody else says, he is the tribal chief, whether he has the Ulafala or not. Well, that pissed off somebody. Pissed off probably a couple people. Cody made his presence felt. Cody ends up coming out. He had a brutal match with Solo, which we'll get to shortly. He comes out. He looks at Roman and says, you were. Roman didn't say anything. At that point there, Solo comes out. Now, the reason why Solo comes out is because Solo issued a challenge, him and Jacob Fatu versus Cody and Roman at Bad Blood. Cody, earlier in the night, went up to all this because he said he's done with the bloodline. He's done with it. It's Roman's problem. Now, I said that to you because Cody and Solo had a cage match to open the show. They had an excellent match there. Cody pulled off a Cody cutter from hanging from the cage, hit the Cody cutter, got it done, right? Tried to get out of the ring. Basically did a crossbody from the top of the cage. At one point, Cody tried to sneak out of the cage, but after Solo hit him with his butt in the cage in the corner and tried to slightly open the door, let's try to get out. Solo did not like that. He pulled him back in. Cody ends up taking him, crossroads him twice, I believe, through this whole thing, gets the 1, 2, 3. Now, after the match, Cody in the ring celebrating, and all of a sudden the bloodline surround the ring. Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga. Right? Solo then blindsides him, hits him. They come in the ring, they start beating him up. Jacob Fatu, they're really featuring Jacob Fatu, folks. And to be honest with you, as it rightfully should. He is set probably for a massive push down the line here. It will happen. And he's probably going to be a champion somewhere at some point. Don't know what title yet, but he probably will be. He cuts up coming in. Jacob Fatu ends up doing a moonsault onto him. Right? He's about ready to go all up to the top thing and do a massive splash until guess whose music hits? The Tribal Chiefs. He comes on out, right? Gets in the ring, looks at them all. The cage is still down, by the way, and closes the cage door. Meanwhile, Jacob Fatu's on the outside. Solo Him and he starts attacking everybody. He's beating everybody up. Solo tries to get in there. He beats up Solo, gets Solo out of the ring. Right? Eventually, Roman gets attacked by Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. They start beating him down. Cody ends up bringing to a rescue, ends up crossroadsing one of them. Roman's ends up spearing the other one. They stand tall. Now, that pissed off Solo Sikoa. Solo, he didn't show it, right? Requested in all this that he wanted a match between Jacob Fatu, who wanted to get back in that ring, by the way. Jacob actually did get back in the ring, but Solo wouldn't let him fight Roman. He pulls Jacob out. That's when the challenge issue. He went to Nick Aldis, initiated the challenge, saying, I want me and Jacob versus Roman and Cody at Bad Blood. Now, remember what I said earlier? Cody said no to this. So Cody went up to Nick Aldis and said, this is a Roman's problem. Now, I have done this already. I have beaten Solo. It's done. It's Roman's problem. So we get back now. Let's bring it all back now to this segment there with Roman. Roman, I said all these things. Cody comes out, says what he said. It was his title. It was all these things. It was after WrestleMania. It hasn't been yours since WrestleMania, which pissed off Roman nicely. Roman, right, in the earlier segment, he came out, was staring at Cody's title. So something's about to brew on this one. Anyway, Solo ends up coming out because you don't want any of this. They end up attacking Cody and Roman. Cody eventually gets pissed off enough, right? Look, Roman picks up the contract, signs the contract. Cody sticks his hand out. Roman gives him the contract. He signs it. It is now set. Bad Blood. Cody and Roman versus Jacob versus Solo at Bad Blood in a tag match. This is going to be a fantastic match. It is Roman Reigns' first match since WrestleMania. It should be interesting to see what goes on in this one. We may maybe finally see the debut of Hikuleo. That's something that has been waiting on for a while now. We don't know if this is going to happen, but it should happen probably here. Because I think Solo and Jacob Fatu should probably win this, but I think Hikuleo is going to show up and cause the win for them. Who knows? We're going to see what he finds out there because we still haven't seen him yet. We know he signed. We just haven't seen Hikuleo yet. So we just see what goes on with this. Bad Blood is in a few weeks. So I'm sure more will come out there. We may even see the return of Jimmy Uso. So, because after that, they already started advertising Survivor Series in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So it's a good possibility they're going to start building this thing right after Bad Blood. Now, moving on. Andrade versus MELO had their 5th match. Little did we know. First off, it was an amazing match. Absolutely fantastic. These two guys can fight forever. It should be done at this point now. MELO ends up losing to Andrade. Little did we know, LA Knight comes out and says, congratulations, Andrade. You now have a title match against me. Now, it don't really matter what you do. You're still going to lose in 2 weeks to me. So we're getting the match in 2 weeks, which isn't bad. We're good. It's going to be on SmackDown. So I've been an advocate before for Andrade. I like LA Knight. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy LA Knight. He's great. It's funny. I think at this point here, right now, it's probably best if we just. So, as much as I like LA Knight, I think for here would be a good point here, maybe to. Like, I like to see Andrade have the title. I'm sure he probably won't win, I guess. I don't really know if he's going to win, but I like the idea of having Andrade win this title. Let Andrade have it. I think Andrade really, it would help him. I think the title would help Andrade out a lot more. Which then in turn, you can even have him do another match with MELO and maybe even down the line give MELO the title. Maybe that's the long-term plan. But right now, right, I think LA Knight versus Andrade is going to be a great match. I think LA Knight is probably going to win. I would like to see Andrade win, though, myself. But we're going to get that match, it looks like, in 2 weeks on SmackDown for the USA Network. they're trying to pull all stops for the USA Network right now, right? They're going to be there for the next little bit, for next while. So going forward, this will be good thing for USA to have faith in USA Network there for them. It's really going to be good. And hey, why not? Why not? I'm happy for Andrade. I want Andrade. I think he should have the title. I think the best thing for him. So hey, we'll see what happens though in 2 weeks. The time we know, we'll see what happens. I think LA Knight's probably going to win, but I would like to have Andrade. My personal pick for it would be Andrade. LA Knight, cool. I mean, rather have him go for something else anyway. But that's just me though. He's a big enough star. At this point in time, he probably doesn't really need it. Anyway, let's get to KO. KO had probably one of the funniest segments all night. He was set, obviously, to face A-Town down in a match tonight in a tag match. Now, KO comes out and he goes, "Oh, you think you're smart guys, right? Because all the other laughing, it's just him. He couldn't find anybody." Commentator saying, "Oh, he couldn't find anybody because we all know Kevin Owens turned on everybody." So, I mean, he never turned on Cody, let's be honest. So, KO brings out his opponent, which is jobber named what his name was. His name was I think it was a funny name. It was Ricky, Ryan, Ricky Ray. It was one of those names. Anyway, Kevin looks at me and goes, "Look, it's a jobber." I was like, "Oh, you're not my first choice." But so the jobber was like, "Oh, it's my second, right?" No. Nope, you weren't my first choice at all. So let's just do this, get it over. Before the match is about to begin, though, word comes in. They go, "Oh." So we go to the word. Kevin goes, "What is it?" They tell him, "Oh, sorry there. Sorry, Ricky." He stuns Ricky out of the ring, and out comes Randy Orton, much to A-Town Down's dismay. Great match there. Owens did a lot of the work there. Cody ends up getting the hot tag. No, sorry, Randy ends up getting the hot tag. They ended up beating up A-Town Down. They ended up doing like a stunner RKO combo, right? KO stunners Waller, whereas RKO goes to Austin Theory, or maybe reverse. Can't remember which one it was right now. There's a lot going on tonight. And 1, 2, 3, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton win the match. Really happy. Kevin was really happy to see Randy. He gave him a big hug. Randy was happy to see it. Anyway, still singing this whole Randy Orton stuff. It's great. So good. It's a good match. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Love Kevin Owens, great guy. I love Kevin Owens. Big advocate for Kevin Owens. Like I said, I would love to see him go for the world title or get a world title, win the world title over Cody or something like that. But right now, it's just not in the cards, and I can understand it completely. Cody right now is in this whole thing with the bloodline there. The way it's kind of looking though with those two, it's probably going to be he might even be in that thing. But anyway, he might even be in War Games. Who knows? Anyway, get off topic here. So anyway, Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton is an awesome match, a lot of fun. A-Town Down still hasn't even pulled. They still haven't pulled the trigger on A-Town Down on this split yet. It's starting to get a little irritating at the point, to be honest. When it does happen, though, it's probably going to be Theory that turns face. My guess is they're probably going to end up moving him away for a while, or they're going to have a match with Waller, and he might probably lose. And eventually he may come down and start reignite the feud just to get Waller, whatever. We'll see what happens. Right now, we don't know. I'm still waiting for this turn to happen. I'm waiting for the split, but we'll see. Moving on, though. Nia Jax, Bayley, Stratton, Naomi. 4 women. One has a guaranteed title shot. So Nia Jax comes out and tells everybody that people seem to finally remember now who she was. That she was the irresistible force. That she is the one that could dominate everybody in dominate division. She is the queen of the division. She is the champion. She said queen. The rumor is somebody's coming back soon. Might take exception to that. Anyway, Jax apparently was informed by Nick Aldis that she will be defending her title at Bad Blood. So Bayley comes out and says you know what? She gives her credit. You are definitely better where you were before. You beat me. Then says she wants to invoke her rematch clause, which Nia Jax kind of laughs off. Right? Tiffany Stratton comes out and says, I have a guaranteed title shot at any point in time. You all have to earn it, whereas I don't have to do anything. Which eventually brings out Naomi. And she wants, you're going to feel the glow in this one. And come on out. Naomi ends up coming out. They start bickering back and forth. Now, Nia Jax says, what do you want a title shot? You want a title shot? Bayley suggests, a three-way, mean us two versus you. Nope, that's not what's going to happen. Jax wants to make it more interesting. Basically wants to try to break up the two happy-go-lucky people. Jax sits there and says, here's what we're going to do. Next week, we're going to have a tag match. Myself and Stratton versus you and Naomi. Whoever wins on your side, Naomi and Bayley, whoever gets the pin challenges me. Pretty fair deal, actually. Both Bayley are like, let me think about this. Sure. So you see where this is going here, folks, right? Jax then replies, okay, I'll see you next week. Then before she goes, thing is though this. One more thing though. Whomever gets pinned, which will probably be one of you two, Jackson and Stratton are very, very confident. Whoever gets pinned, leaves SmackDown forever. So, now we have this matchup. Question you have to ask yourself now is, who's the one's going to get pinned? My guess is Stratton gets pinned. Or they're going to turn this into a triple threat match. Naomi versus Bayley versus Jax for the title. And my guess is Stratton's going to play a part in this somewhere down the line because we know Stratton's going to cash in. The question is, though, who is she going to cash in on and when's it going to happen? All signs point right now to Jax, to her pointing at Jax. But the question is, though, will it be Jax? Or will it be, say, Naomi wins this match? Let's say it is a triple threat. Let's say Naomi does win. It's easier for Stratton to cash in on Naomi than it would be for, say, Nia Jax. It would make a lot more sense. If you're like if I'm Stratton, I would want Naomi or Bayley to win because it'd be easier to cash in on one of them than it would be Nia Jax. So my guess is this might turn into a triple threat. But it might in turn into a cash in, probably on Jax. Or like a Jax, probably on Naomi or Bayley if they happen to win the title. Depends on how long they want to have Stratton hold this title for, how they have Stratton hold this Money in the Bank for. All depends. It could be anything. We'll find out soon, though. Next week will be an interesting match to see what goes on in SmackDown there. Other match on the card, though. We had Michin versus Piper Niven. Look, it was a good match. Piper Niven's a great athlete. They're really starting to push Michin a little bit more. You see her more and more on TV time. Michin ends up winning with the feet to the face. In return, though, Chelsea Green brings out a garbage can. They beat her with a garbage can and then gives it on a printer onto a garbage can. So, looks like next Michin's next fight will be against Chelsea Green. On and on we're going to go. So, that was SmackDown. Now, SmackDown obviously is back on the USA Network. They have a new kind of SmackDown logo, a new entrance, a new intro to the whole show. Very bloodline heavy, very everyone's on the show like heavy, not like it was before. So, other than that, it looks like a good show. It looks like it was a very good show. I give it about here, out there, somewhere like that. That's probably 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. Right. The best parts obviously were the cage match and Roman Reigns finally speaking. You got a lot of that out of there too. The Roman Reigns stuff though is very interesting because, like I said, we aren't that far away from Survivor Series. With Bad Blood and Cody teaming up, Cody could very well be a member of this War Games match. I don't know why but we're gonna. I almost had that same feeling he will be. Hopefully not. Hopefully, Cody has a challenger for the title there. It'd be much nice to see. I think it'd be better off if you bring Sammy into it, but Sammy's also having that thing with Gunther right now, so it'd be interesting to see what goes on with that. Whether or not there's some kind of problems there, like if they move Sammy over to the bloodline for a temporary time. Because let's be honest here, the draft stuff doesn't really exist that much. I mean, it really doesn't. So, other than that, guys, that was SmackDown. Sorry for the late come up here, guys. Sorry, we have had a busy weekend. Here, some friends of the family came into town, so just wanted to give you guys a SmackDown here. It was great. Time. See you for Raw. Have yourself a good one. Peace be the journey, folks. Later.